Tell us about our next story with a pharmaceutical company that's been accused of defrauding the government on effectiveness during the pandemic.
Yeah, and thank you all for continuing to watch. We have a longer show than typical. There's a lot of important
Good stuff.
stories. We've had lighter weeks where there were fewer stories, but so I'll say quickly. This relates to some of the previous examples we've had of False Claims Act cases. It's essentially this law that exists, one of the few laws that exists to challenge corporate corruption in the country. It's very common and useful in having some modest forms of accountability. And so you have a pharmaceutical company named Hoffmann-La Roche that allegedly defrauded the federal government out of $1.4 billion by falsely representing claims of the drug Tamiflu's effectiveness and potential in a pandemic. This is from Front Line Whistleblower News. And it's in a lawsuit, by the way, that was unsealed in September 2019. So this is before the COVID-19 pandemic that Tamiflu was doing this. It doesn't say what pandemic. I assume they were talking about a flu pandemic. The company apparently knew that Tamiflu didn't reduce the contagiousness of the influenza of influenza or prevent people from contracting it. It also apparently knew that it basically lied about the effectiveness of their drug and alleges that La Roche fooled the government into buying tens of millions of courses of Tamiflu by misrepresenting the data on its effectiveness to the federal government as well as the public. So this is winding through the courts. It's now unsealed. We know that it is a case that is in the courts, and we can follow it. So we'll update you as, especially if there's a settlement in this lawsuit.
Thank you.